Tuesday, December 29th. There is the closing bell, guys, with the S&Ps finishing the day down about 8 points. The market is struggling to go higher. So let's dive right in, break this market down, and then go over the top stocks of the day. We take a look at the S&P futures, guys, and we'll zoom out to the night session. We saw a nice bid around 7 o'clock, and that was due to the House passing the $2,000 stimulus check. Now, just because the House passed it, it has to go to the Senate to get voted on. However, we trended higher through the night until the open. At the bell, guys, we just got whacked pretty hard. We consolidated and then dropped again. That was around the time Mitch McConnell came out and he blocked the $2,000 check. So the check is still up in limbo and they are talking. However, it's not looking too good. But if we do see that check, it's going to boost the market a lot. $2,000 in your pocket is a lot of money coming in. Let's zoom out a bit and take a look at the daily candles, and we see the S&P put a new high. However, we're closing down. Futures are down about 6 points right now. When we look at the SPX, we're coming into this week expecting about 61 points. Now, we were trending higher yesterday and we're down today, but for the most part, we are positive on the week. With only 2 trading sessions left, this market is fighting to stay positive on the week. Let's move on over and take a look at the Nasdaq and see how technology is doing. And today we can see that the Nasdaq is up 7 points, 0.06. So it's hardly up. It's putting in a doji on the day, guys. And we look at it a little bit closer, whacked hard at the open, really volatile, swinging, and it's just kind of funneling a nice little channel here. So ultimately, we'll see if technology can get some money coming into it. But when we compare it to our Big 5, we can see that the Big 5 today is up 0.45%. So thanks to the Big 5, the Nasdaq is green on the day. And thanks to the Big 5, it's making the S&Ps appear less beaten up. Now, taking a bit closer look at the Big 5, we have Apple down 1.3%. We have Microsoft down 0.36%. Amazon was our best performer in the Big 5 today, up 1.15%, with Google down a little under 1%, and Facebook flat on the day. Today, we just couldn't get enough buying coming into these guys. So where is the selling coming from? Let's move on over to the small caps and see what's going on. The small caps today are down close to 2%. It's getting very ugly here in the small caps. However, this drop is largely due to the software stocks. We see software taking a hit, down 1.37%. Now, this is not what you want to see. However, software has been on a nice run the past 2 months, and we're seeing some profit taking. People coming out of these software stocks and coming into the Big 5, with the index being up on the day. However, it wasn't enough to keep stocks up. What else is down? Well, energy is taking a beating, down 0.8%. with technology down 0.5% and financials down 0.34%. So these are big sectors that we'd like to see up. However, they're just not getting bids coming into them. What was leading today? Well, healthcare was up 0.44%, with the consumer discretionary up 0.003, call it even on the day. So with our sectors down for the most part, how is the advanced decline line looking? And we can see today 35 stocks are advancing and 65 are declining. So it's not that bad. Seeing red across your screen, you would think this number would be a lot worse, but there's actually about a third of stocks up on the day. So the selling isn't too extreme. So with equities down for the most part and technology up ever so slightly, how is the bond market faring today? And we can see that the 30-year Treasury futures are flat on the day, up 0%. Now we put it on a volume profile. We're just sitting right in the middle of this histogram. So these bonds are just asleep at the wheel. They're consolidating here, and they're gearing up for a move. If you just kind of draw a nice little channel here, are the bonds going to break up? Are they going to break down? A break up means that equities would sell off. A breakdown would mean that an equity rally taking place. So getting nothing from the bonds today, how are the volatility traders faring? We see that the VIX futures today are up 4% on the day. A nice amount of volume coming in it. And when we look at the VVIX that measures the volatility of volatility, it's up 1.75%. We take a closer look on the day. You got a nice bid throughout the day. Sold off going into power hour, and getting a slight bid at the close. So keep your eyes on the VVIX going into tomorrow, and if you can continue to get bids coming into it. If you keep seeing bids coming into it, that means traders are going out and they're buying volatility to protect their portfolios in case of a downturn. Let's take a look at the dollar index and see what the commodities are up to today. And we see that the dollar index just cracked under 90 today. We take a closer look and we broke 90 but quickly bounced up, and we maintained it for most of the day, but we're breaking back down below that 90 level. On the bigger picture here, guys, you throw this on a weekly, it's going to be hard to get through this 2018 level. However, patience, guys. We will break through this level, guys, and when we do, things will get ugly. But for the most part, how are our metals doing? Well, we take a look at gold. Gold's up $1.009, just not moving much today. And silver's down about 0.75%. This is not a big move, so we're just taking a look. And what's Bitcoin doing? Well, Bitcoin consolidating up at this level. I actually just made a Bitcoin video, link in the description, about 10 minutes, basically explaining some of my charts. If you're interested in watching that, take a look in the description for that link. There you have it, guys, for the stock market breakdown. Now today, we saw a lot of selling hit the tape. Will that continue into tomorrow? Keep your eyes on what volatility does and see if the small caps continue to get purged. Largely the software stocks, because they ran so much, so quick, and we're seeing some profit taking. However, if that money comes into the big five, that could be enough to keep this market stand still, flat across the board. Getting bids coming into the Amazons, Microsofts, Googles, Facebooks, Apples, that could keep this market intact. But let's move on and take a look at the top stocks of the day. We go over to the scan tab, we hit scan, and here is our list. I had to modify some of the things, and quite frankly, right at the close, we saw some guys jumble up in here, but I only have 2 stocks on the day. So coming in today as one of our top stocks goes to Novavax Inc. Today, Novavax is up a little under 3%, with the market cap of $7.6 billion. On a year to date, this stock is up 2,578%. This stock was a penny stock back in January, and it's just been on fire since. Now, what does Novavax do? Novavax promotes improved global health through discovery, development, and commercialization of innovative vaccines. So it's a COVID vaccine stock, guys, and it's up today ever so slightly, largely due to it entering its phase 3 trial for the COVID vaccine. So we see how it did today and trended higher into the final hour of trade, only to give it back a bit. We look at it on an expected move, guys, and this stock has been very efficient the past 4 weeks or so, guys. Hitting that lower edge of $114, we quickly bounced off of that. Now, entering a phase 3 trial is pretty optimistic news for this company. Maybe it gets a deal, and if it does, we should trend higher. But with such a short trading week, look for 114 to place support. And if we're lucky, we can get up to 129, which is right where we opened the week. And coming in at the top stock on the day, guys, goes to Intel Corp. Today, Intel is up a little bit under 5% with a market cap of $202 billion. This is a big boy company. A nice size of volume coming in it today. What does Intel do? Well, Intel engages in the design, manufacture, and sale of computer products and technologies. Now, on a year to date, this stock is down almost 19%. Intel has been on a wild ride, and it moves a lot coming earnings. And earnings are coming up here in a couple weeks. Now, why is Intel up today? Well, at around noon, it got a huge boost, and that was largely due to Dan Loeb commenting on Intel's, telling them to explore strategic alternatives. Now, he's an investor of a hedge fund, and I guess his words are powerful because it propped Intel up a whole lot. Took a nice leg up in the middle of the day and went sideways from there. We throw it on an expected move, guys, and coming into this week, we're expecting $2.80 of expected move with the upper edge of 48.62. We just erupted, guys. However, I would like to see Intel cool off and come back down to that upper edge at around 48.62 before going higher. It's up, but it didn't really do anything. A guy just says, oh, you guys should explore different alternatives strategically, and people ate that up like crazy. I'll look for 48, call it around 48, 49 level to place some upper edge of support before going higher. There you have it, guys, for the top stocks of the day. It was a boring tape, so I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch many tickers across the board. There was a lot of selling for the most part. If you watch some other stocks, leave a comment down below what you're looking at going into tomorrow. And if you've watched this far, guys, I really appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button. And if you're watching this for the very first time, guys, I do these every single day. Show some love, hit that subscribe button. It would really make my day. And on that note, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a great night. Take care. Peace!